Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. The political crisis in Rivers State has been one of the major headlines this year as the State House of Assembly has moved to impeach the governor, Alaye Fubara. 2 weeks ago, the Rivers State House of Assembly had initiated impeachment proceedings against Fubara and his deputy, accusing them of budgetary impropriety, unauthorized expenditure, failure to present the 2026 appropriation bill, and withholding statutory allocations due to the legislature. Yesterday, Chibuzo Amadi, the Chief Judge of Rivers State, declined to constitute a 7-member investigative panel to probe allegations of gross misconduct against Alaye Fubara, the state's governor, and Ngozi Odu, his deputy, citing subsisting court orders restraining him from taking such action. Joining us on the show to discuss the political situation in Rivers State is Dr. Alaye Tari Theophilus, President, Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide. Good morning. You're most welcome to the morning show, Mr. Theophilus.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Dr. Theophilus, first, so that we can all be on the same page, would you like to let us know where you stand in this matter? Are you pro-executive or you are pro-Amewule and the House of Assembly? So that once you tell us, because almost everybody in Rivers, has a position on this matter. And then having clarified your position in the matter, then you tell us what you think of all these one day, one trouble developments in Rivers.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati. The basic position I stand is the general position of the Rivers people, which is for the legislative arm to allow the executive to give the people of Rivers State the needed dividends of democracy. And on that base, I can't be pro or anti, but for the interest of having stability and true democracy in Rivers State.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that.
No, there is a second leg to it. What do you think of these developments? Now we know you are pro-Rivers, neither pro-Fubara or nor pro-Amewule. But what do you think? In terms of all this back and forth.
What is play? That is the concern so many of us are having as a people that love true democracy and the position of free wills given to both the executive and the legislative arm, including the judiciary, to perform its affair for the benefit of Nigerians and Rivers people. As the president of the largest ethnic youth organization in the Niger Delta, what is playing out in Rivers State disturbs some of us more than the way so many persons would react in respect to what is happening. And that is why we see at every given point in time that we have been crying out and calling on both parties to give peace a chance in Rivers State. And we have seen that the legislative arm is also trying to carry out their constitutional responsibility. And that is the same way the judiciary, the chief judge of the state, which has been under zero pressure, has also told the world that there are existing court orders and he cannot disobey a competent court order. And he has said that at this particular point in time, he cannot set up the 7-man panel to look into the allegation against the governor until that particular court order is set aside. It's just a time when they look into the matter in question in the court, we might know the way forward or the step the chief judge of the state is going to take concerning the matter. But the most important thing is they should give the governor a space so that he can give the people of Rivers State the needed dividends of democracy.
All right, well said. Well, thank you so much. I just want to ask you, how about engaging some of these lawmakers in Rivers State? I know some of them, as you mentioned, Ijaw Youth Council represents a significant number of groups in the state. Has there been any form of dialogue with the Ijaw Youth Council and the lawmakers? Has that produced any positive outcome?
Basically, the Ijaw Youth Council have taken a series of steps, including stakeholders, elders from those particular constituencies to see how they can interface with these lawmakers in question. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, there has been a Nigerian system or a moving pattern in the Nigerian democracy that assembly members or legislators are now contractors or they are businessmen where they approach the governor outside their constituency project to be given allocations of the state treasury where they can live flamboyant life. But today we have a very prudent and people-oriented governor, and he's telling them that, look, if it is the reverse treasury that you want, I can't give it to you. But if it is true good governance that you want both parties, the legislative and the executive, to give to Rivers people, then we can work together. So that is where the bone of contention lies. They want the Rivers Treasury to be open for them so that they can dive their hand to take whatever that they want to take, as others, assembly members in other administration has been doing. But today we have a prudent governor and who have said that, no, this fund in question are for Rivers people and is meant for infrastructural development, human capital development, and good governance. So that is where the problem lies. So some of them has definitely rebuffed the peace arrangement stakeholders, and even the IYC have tried to initiate. They are bent on that the governor is too tight, is too stingy. The governor doesn't want them as assembly members to benefit from the Rivers Treasury. So that is where we are having.
Alaye, real quickly, that point
I'm with you.
that they want to give, that is because they want money so that they can live forever. Like, can you show us the proof? Because one of the lawyers that, you know, came to speak here representing, obviously, you know, some interest in the state was saying that that's not part of the impeachment notice. So can you show us the proof that that's what actually the lawmakers want? And I mean empirical proof. And that's what is causing the problem, that it is because the lawmakers want the governor to bring the money so that they can share. Because, like the lawyer said that day, that's not part of the impeachment notice. And do you have the impeachment notice with you, the grounds that they put there? That's number one. Number two, you said something. I just need empirical facts this morning. You said something. You said the generality of people in Rivers State want the fact that the National Assembly should, the State House of Assembly should work with the governor. Do you have empirical proof to back up your assertion? Do you have a survey or do you have anything of that nature? But give us the proof that you have that is because of the money the lawmakers want to collect. That's why they are causing all of this rancor. The proof.
Rufai, thank you very much. You know, there is nothing hidden. The empirical fact that you are looking for, even the speaker himself, in one of his statements before they went on a recession in the Rivers State House of Assembly, made it categorically clear that in the midst of the state of emergency that was declared in Rivers State, that they approached the governor, that the budget itself that was passed by the National Assembly does not contain their interests, that they want a supplementary budget where their interest is going to be captured. And those are the areas that they were trying to see how they can put in projects that will be influential to them, fake ghost projects that they can put into the governor as a supplementary budget, so that when that budget is passed, the money will pass through the back door and get to them. But the governor made it categorically clear that the budget for 2025 that was passed by the National Assembly is okay for him to run the affairs of Rivers State for 2025 calendar year. That is a very clear and bold empirical fact. And when the IYC and the INC and the Rivers State stakeholders that were set up, including the PANDEF, to interface with this person, they made it categorically also clear. Empirical fact, if you talk about it, unless you want video evidence, maybe in my next comment I can come with them. Made it approach them, and they said that the governor doesn't want them to survive by not giving them project, contract in Rivers State, that the treasury of the Rivers State belongs to everybody. That why is the governor trying to do as if they are not part of Rivers people? That in all the previous administration, legislators have always been given contracts, outside constituency projects that they can also use to feed their family, and live flamboyant lives.
All of this,
these things are on record.
All of this you are saying is on record, right? It's on record. You have evidence of it. It's on record.
Why not? I never believe that you will ask for evidence. Maybe in my next comment, I can come with them and you can play it out. Okay. There are engagements and series of engagements. They're everywhere.
There's also this talk of 350 million collected. Can you shed more light on 350 million talk?
The 350 million, the assembly members, the legislators, they are not denying. The sole administrator that was in the emergency period gave them 350 million each as constituency projects and a new tier rubber Prado Jeep. So they want additional funds, and that is what we are saying. If you ask them today, 4 months after the emergency, this money was given to them. If any of them have completed their constituency project, that the 350 million naira in question is allocated for. And now they are talking about gross misconduct from the state governor for misappropriation of funds as their impeachment points. But this is the same 350 million naira that was given to them as constituency project, the Prado Jeep that was bought for them over 170 million naira as personal gift, was also captured in the 2025 budget. But they didn't see that as an aberration or error because it favors them. But when the governor said that Rivers money are for Rivers people, let us use it to expand the developmental agenda of Rivers State, they are uncomfortable because they believe that the money is Rivers money.
The last time Theophilus came here, he said it was, what's it called? He said it was Range Rover or something. He called on that brand. So for you, it's Prado Jeep they bought for them. And you've seen the tier rubber Prado Jeep. You have evidence of that also too, right? The tier rubber Prado Jeep as gifts for them.
Rufai, some of these things, I believe some of the assembly members on their own have also told you. Nobody, they are not denying it. The evidence are everywhere. So the facts are there.
Okay.
They gave these things to them. That was...
Okay. I think it's now clear now. We now know where you stand in this matter. But as a leader of the Ijaw Youth Council worldwide, what do you recommend as a way forward? How do you think this matter will be resolved? What do you recommend? I don't want all this general talk about interest of Rivers people. Be very specific. This is what you recommend as a way out.
Yes. This is time for governors. They should allow the governor of Rivers State to govern the people of Rivers State for the 4 years mandate that they have given to him. And when the 2027 election season comes, they should galvanize their needed support and see how, if it is not comfortable, if they are not comfortable and Rivers people are not comfortable with the governor of coming for second tenure, the people allow the Rivers people that gave him the mandate to vote him out instead of this political witch hunt that is giving serious unrest in Rivers State. Thanks being to the governor of Rivers State, we have shown maturity and commitment in trying to see that there is peace in Rivers State. If the Rivers State governor was like other governors that are power drunk, believe you me, Rivers State would have been the epic center of killing and crisis. But he has told Rivers people and even his followers that, look, the stability and peace of Rivers State is my priority and interest. We shouldn't allow these people to come and distract us. If we join them in their beat drum of war and go the way they want, then definitely there will be another state of emergency. That Rivers people are peace-loving people, and the governor over time has demonstrated that. Look at what just happened recently, where the FCT minister went to the state, tore around all the 23 local governments in the name of thank you tour. If it were like the days he was the governor of Rivers State, he wouldn't have allowed that to happen. We would have had maybe deaths and stampede everywhere. But as peace-loving governor, he allowed him to go his way because he believed that the man in question is still his political boss. But going around telling people of Rivers State that the man does not have the interest of Rivers State, he is not continuing, 12 flyover bridges were built in River State under the former governor, which is today the FCT minister. And this governor has come and he is now expanding link road from the center to local government. When we talk about continuity, it's about diversification. This man is also investing massively in agriculture, human capital development. Rivers people just gave him 4 years, which he has the right for second term.
Alaye, real quickly, there's something against you.
I'm with you.
Somebody said, they said it is only Governor Fubara that recognized you as IYC president too. That you are not the IYC, that you should produce empirical video of the footage of your election till date. That's one message somebody sent me here. What can we say?
Those are people that are very far from what is happening in the IYC. I've said it time without number that the IYC in question is not a government organ. It's a youth organization. And I'm the only president that is legitimate to occupy the position.
Alaye, do you have video of your election so that you can show us, so that we can disprove this person and tell him he's lying? Do you have video of your election?
Why not? Why not? There are pictures, there are videos when I was even given the certificate of return. Everything are in the DC. Some people are in denial because they don't want the truth. Ask those persons that are asking me who conducted the election. If it is the outgone president that handed over power to them, or if it is the Eleko Sharma that was mandated to conduct the election that conducted the election. You see, we can't allow government to interfere on youth-related matters. Okay. By the virtue of nomenclature and participation, I'm a competent member of the council, and I contested and I won. Those persons that are under the influence of, because my brother is in the corridor of power, yes, and my brother knows the governor of a state, right, and they can influence or disamind who becomes the president, in denial. They are dreaming.
Okay, two things, Dr. Theophilus. Are you saying that the 8-point charge against the basis for impeachment of the governor by the State House of Assembly holds no merit? Because there's a reason, there's a process, there's due process as outlined in the Constitution, Section 188. But are you saying that none of those 8 points hold merit? And a number of times we've talked about it. The second point is, what role do you think his new political party, the APC, should play in this matter? Because one of the reasons why some of these governors said they defected is just so that they can align with the center and be able to give good governance and the dividends of democracy to their people. Is there a role that the APC, the ruling party, ought to play, bringing these people to the table, negotiation table, so that the people can actually enjoy the dividends of democracy?
Basically, if you look at the 8-point impeachment point against the governor, you can see it very clear that they are just as empty as they presented it. But that is not in our place to make. First of all, when you say that the 2025 appropriation bill in question, that the governor of the day did not, how did they get into the implementation of the 2025 budget that the governor has not even given reports to the House of Assembly? That is number one. And that is also to tell you that all the allegations are based on mercy. It's just bitterness that the governor is not ready to share Rivers money with people that are not interested in the growth and development of Rivers State. Secondly, the APC as a political party, I must commend Mr. President for the steps he has taken when we come to this Rivers State matter. You know, when the state of emergency was declared, some of us were never comfortable because we are operating a democratic system of government, and the Constitution does not make it clear anywhere where the president is given the power or the mandate to suspend an elected and a serving governor in the Nigerian 1999 Constitution as amended. But be that as it may, when that declaration was made, the governor, as a peace-loving man, told every person that if this is what will bring stability and peace in Rivers State, that let it slide. And majority of his followers tore his part, and that is why you see that through the period of the state of emergency, everybody maintained status quo, because the governor directed that, look, if the state of emergency for 6 months is what will give Rivers people peace, and Rivers people can benefit the dividends of democracy. So we give it to Mr. President for intervening to see that he restore peace and stability in Rivers State. And the governor, in his magnanimity and wisdom for the love of Rivers people, believe that since the power at the center is the APC, and the FCT minister who have decided or colluded with the legislators to give imbalance or crisis in Rivers State, that, okay, let me align with the APC, which is the ruling party, because Mr. President has done Rivers people a great favor by trying to see that in every means he brings stability in Rivers State. That the best way to acknowledge that good deed Mr. President has done is to align with him in his renewal agenda. So the governor moved to the APC. Now, what the APC has to do is to give the governor that enabling grant, which they have started. And as the APC practice goes, every leader of the party at the state level is the governor. It is only when there is no governor that maybe a former governor or a serving minister can be the leader. And they have made those points very clear.
Dr. Theophilus, your point is clear. The party has already spoken. Senator Ajibola Bashiru, Senator Nentangwe, Chairman Nentangwe, who is the chairman of the party, they've already said, look, they are behind the governor, Fubara. However, I would like you to respond to one issue that we have not raised so far. The role of Minister Nyesom Wike in the whole of this saga in Rivers State. Briefly, as we move on to our next segment. You are looking left to right. Didn't you hear me, please? I saw you looking left and right.
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
You did. Okay, no. Let me repeat it. I asked you just a brief comment on what you consider the role of Minister Wike to be in this matter, because his name is mentioned all the time.
Okay, I think we've lost him.
Oh, the line has disappeared. Okay, no problem. Safely, convenient.